Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talking about the sum function and also talking about the sum if, sum ifs, and sum product, sum square, sum x2 my2, and sum x2 py2. The function I'm going to show you one by one, so how to use the sum function. So this is the kind of tricky tips, so you can just follow instruction and you can also easily sum the your account or your number. You can use for your class, you can use for your presentation or data set. This is just the tricky way you can do with the sum function. I'm going to start with the sum. So what I'm gonna do, I already made up a data sheet here, some of the number of girls name here. So here I'm going to just sum this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just use the sum function. Before that, I'm gonna just show you in the formula, and from the maths and tricks you can find the sum argument. So here if I click in here, now you can see the function argument adds all the numbers in range of cell, like the number 1, number 2, and up to 255 numbers to sum. Logical values and text are ignored in cell, included if type as argument. So I'm going to show you how can you do that. So here I'm gonna use like sum, then it say the number. So what I'm gonna do, I can do just basically like if I say that this number and use, and for this number, and if I close then hit on the enter, now you can see this the adds the number, but I'm going to use for all the numbers. So how can I do that? Just the same way, use the sum and first bracket, then just select the range, then close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can see this is the kind of the sum and it adds all the number in here. Okay, so same way just you can do for this result. Just go to the sum and use the range, then close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can find the sum. Okay, so you can just easily do that. And there is the another way you can just do that, like auto sum. Select this one, drag down and use the auto sum allot equal. Just you can use like if I use the keyboard allot equal, now you can see is the sum and it's give the same number. Okay, same way just you can do here. Just click over here, you can now see that is the same result with the previous result. And there is the another thing, you can also sum the entires. So how can you do that? Just this is the simple way, just use the sum, select this thing and close it. Now you can see this is the kind of the sum entry. It means it counts all the number. So where like the C column, like if I say the 45, now you can see it changed the counting number and total number. Now if I say like this something number different and hit on the enter, now you can see it's changed the number. Okay, so whatever you write in the C column, it's come out in your result as a sum. Okay, so you can do for this D, like if I use sum, then just select this one, then close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can see is give the result. Okay, then I'm going to discuss about the row sum. So how can I do that? Similar as entries or column, just what can you do? I'm gonna just show you use the result in here. Just use the sum, then what I'm gonna do, just select this row and close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can find the result for from the sum returns, and here you can get the result. Okay, then next I'm gonna discuss about the sum if. The sum if, the Excel sum if function returns the sum of cells that meet a single condition. So I'm gonna show you the function. This is the like the fruit, price and stock and total value here, and I'm gonna just sum it, sum and do like this one and close it. Now you can see this gives the total value here, but I'm going to use the like specific something, like if I wanna looking for bananas and how much it will. So how can I do that? I'm going to show you, like if I say in here apples, then I'm going to use the result in here. Just use the if function. So sum if, then when I use the if, then it's asks me then the criteria, then sum range. So I'm going to use the range. So which range? I'm going to just use this range. Okay, then comma, then the criteria I'm just writing here apple, then comma, then it asks you to sum range. So I'm using the sum range in here. Like if I find in here and close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can see apples here, it gives the number 456. Let me do the change the name apples if I say, and now you can see it changed the results. It gives the different result because I use here the another apples. Okay, and you can do here like if I use lemons and use it, now you can see here the lemons is $924. Okay, why? Because I use this one the criteria G6. So for this reason, where I type in something here, it's come with the result. Okay, then next thing I'm gonna show you the another example. Like same way you can just use sum if then range. So I'm gonna use this range and criteria, I can say the apple and comma, then sum range, the one, and close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can find the result. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the sum if function. Here it's the data. Sum if function is the multiple sum function. Like if you do have the lots of data and you can sum them, so you can use the sum ifs number to find out and it will do the sum or adds the number. So how can I do that? Just use the sum ifs, then it say the adds the cell specify a given set of condition or criteria. It say the sum range. So it asks me for first the sum range. So I select this one. Then it asks me the criteria range. So which criteria I do want to use? I'm gonna use this criteria from here. Then it asks me to the criteria 1. So I'm gonna use this one for criteria. Then if I want to the more criteria, select this one. Then it asks me for the criteria, then comma, then for criteria. So I'm gonna use the criteria here, then close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can see it's 0 because I didn't mention anything here. So if I use in here the a, let me see it. So here if find the sum like the a and also find the banana, because I'm looking for banana and the a, and there also it doesn't count the b because it has the b, but I'm looking for also a. So if I change the this one, let me just finish it. Now you can see it changed the sum, so it gives the 16th result. So you can also easily do for the like apple and hit on the enter. Now you can see the here also 1, 2 and 3 apples, but it gives only the 4 because it has only there is another criteria, it say a. If I use the a, then let me just see it how it will come. Is give the 8. Why? Because it is the a, it is the a, it is the apple and it is the apple. So 2 range and 2 criteria you can find and you can gives the result to your data. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna show you, first do with the sum square. So how can I do that? Here sum value I already mentioned. Now I'm going to use the sum square function. If I do the 3 in squares, it will come up the 9, and if I do the 5, it will come up the 25. So total it will come up the 34, but I'm using the sum square for the result. So I'm gonna use, let me just use the sum square, click, then use the sum square, then close it, then it say the number. So I'm gonna use this number and use this number and close it and hit on the enter. Now you can see it's give the 34 and take out the decimal. You can scroll down and it will give the number. Okay, let me change this one, like if I say the 2, and you can now see this is the 40. So you can use this result also same way. Then next thing I'm gonna show you sum x2 and y2, and this is the kind of the mathematics. So I can say this is the a minus. Okay, so it can be a minus. I'm gonna do equal, then write sum x2 my2, then so I'm gonna use this array x, and the next array I'm gonna use for 5, so it gives me the result or value minus 16. Okay, if I gonna use this one like 5, what will come is gives the 0. Let me do with the 2 and hit on the enter. Now it gives me the minus 25. If I do with the 6, what will give? It gives the 11. Same way, just you can do drag down and it will give you the value. The next thing I'm gonna show you with the sum x to py formula. Use sum then x2 py z2 and first one, then it's the array x, so I'm going to use this one and use this one for y array, then close it, then hit on the enter. Now you can see the results. I'm gonna do the take out the decimal and just I'm gonna scroll down, and now you can find is give you the number. Okay, so there you have it, and the sum function in Excel. This function is a great tool for counting the number. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Excel tips and tricks.